it would be the 8th of May, 2015, was the 70th anniversary of the end of the war. And there are still, as far as I know, only 4 of us left from my battalion, which was the 670th Field Artillery, not from the battalion, from my battery, the service battery of the 670th Field Artillery Battalion. There are 4 of us still living, and so I had the pleasure on the 8th of May to call the other 3 and talk about where were you 70 years ago today. Well, they didn't have to hesitate to tell me where they were. They knew exactly where they were 70 years ago today. I was in the service battery, and we delivered the ammunition to the howitzers, and I was an ammunition handler, and it was really somewhat exciting to be able to have a night ammunition run. We had to run without lights on our trucks. We had the little cat eyes we used so we could see the other trucks. But it was a little bit scary, and we got to the positions to deliver our ammunition, and I looked down the bank. We were up on a high hill above the Rhine River, and I couldn't see the river for a while, and finally the clouds cleared a little bit, and I could see this wide expanse of river down below, and that was my first glance at the Rhine River. But all the while this was going on, there were tracers being fired across the river, both on the other side and back to our side. Ammunition was, we were shooting across the river all the time. And of course there was constant noise. The heavy guns would fire first way off in the background, and then the medium, then the light ones would come overhead, and you could hear these shells whistle overhead. And then you could hear them as they landed on the other side of the river. And for a 18-year-old farm boy, it was exciting and scary. And we got a word that we should be at this theater in this small town and by 2 p.m. So we got over there, and we got there, the Signal Corps had set up a radio and loudspeakers on the stage. And through the crackling static came the voice, the unmistakable voice of Winston Churchill, who was the Prime Minister of Great Britain at the time, informing us that indeed the war in Europe was over. So that was VE Day, May the 8th, 1945. A day etched in my memory forever.